Alright, what's going on everyone? It is Super here, and I'm bringing you guys another MKX video today. We're going to be talking about some changes. Come on guys, already? Changing up some stuff about Triborg? Normalizing them a little bit? Alright, so if you guys don't know, NetherRealm actually put out a small hotfix to fix some bugs in the game, and also to make a little adjustment to Triborg, because you guys know a lot of people like, saying that a character is overpowered, and Triborg was put into that category. So they actually changed a couple things. Number one, a general change to the character as a whole is the 1112 string takes a lot longer for you to be able to get out a special move, so the recovery is a lot less than it was before. So as you guys see, I'm holding up and it takes him forever to actually be able to do a special move, or to even jump, let alone a special move, you know what I mean? So that is something to prevent the crazy corner stuff that Cyber Sub had. I believe Cyrax could do it as well. Pretty much all the Triborgs had crazy corner games, right? So that was to prevent that, and I think more specifically Cyber Sub-Zero, because I think out of all of them, he definitely had the strongest corner game, and I still think he has, which I'll show you guys some new setups to be able to do the same thing, just that with different moves and maybe a little bit less damage. So another change was made to Sector's up rockets. They are now not as plus as they were before on hit, so you're not able to for example, do the up rockets from here and then do an instant teleport into, a pretty much a full combo conversion, or you weren't able to, get someone with the up rockets and then run for a combo and, just continue that. So that was normalized, and I believe that's it as far as the specific character changes. It was only for Sector's up rockets. And now let's go into this Cyber Sub-Zero stuff, because I know there's a lot of you guys who watch my videos who love Cyber Sub just like I do. And out of all the robots, he's definitely the one that I fell in love with the most as far as the way he plays, just because he's so fast-paced. And he could control, the screen. He has really good neutral. He has, crazy corner offense, and he's just offense. He's really fast-paced, so I love that. And especially in the corner, like, he had crazy corner games, so you were able to before do like a full combo and end in the 1112 string, get a free bomb out, and then mix your opponent up with a 50-50, a grab. You could even armor break your opponent and then have him freeze back into the bomb, back into the loop. So you're not able to do that with this anymore, because as you guys see, the bomb takes way too long to come out. So something that you could go one out of two options, but I would definitely recommend the second option. So I'll give you guys the first option, in which you can do, but it's not going to work as well. You could end your combos, all of this stuff right here. You could end it in slide, but the difference is the ice bomb, when you call it in, you're very, very close to the corner. So if you try to go for your low overhead option, after the combo, it's gonna go out of the screen and you're not gonna be able to get your mix up. So if you want to, you could end and slide for a little bit more damage, but you run the risk of the bomb going off screen, so you pretty much waste a corner setup. See, as you guys see, there's a couple times that it doesn't go off screen, there's a couple times that it does go off screen. It just depends on when you call it in. And of course, with this setup, you want to call your bomb as soon as you can. As you guys see, it missed him right there. A complete waste of a corner setup. So what you want to do now as a Cyber Sub-Zero player, and this is where you have to take a little cut on the damage goes, you're going to want to end your combos in this right here. So this normally is not a hard knockdown. As you guys see, I have the dummy as quick get up and roll mode. So he's tech rolling right there, no problem. But if you hit your opponent in the air, it gives you a significant amount of more time to get a bomb out. So you pretty much get the same effect with forward 2 than you got with 1112, because you do that, You catch your opponent in the air. It's a free bomb setup. He has to take the 50-50 if he doesn't do an armor. And of course, you can still armor break, which I'll show you guys a little bit later. So, you know, pretty much Cyber Sub-Zero's corner game is still the same. It's just a lot less damaging. You know, you could obviously optimize it as much as you can, but keep in mind, the higher that you knock your opponent down, or the higher that you catch him with your forward 2, the more time you're actually going to have to call in your low grenade. And you know, the more time you have, the better options you're going to have. You're not going to be in a rush to do something. So this is what it's going to look like if you want to continue Sub-Zero's corner game. As you guys see, it has the same effect. You can still do the same thing. Grab them. And I fucked up right there, but you guys get the point of, you know, the setup. It still works almost exactly the same. It's a hard knockdown. You get a free bomb setup to go for your 50-50s, to go for your grab, to go for your armor breaking setup. And I'll show you guys that you can armor break Mr. Kung Lao here. But one of the big differences that I've noticed is that before this hotfix, you were actually able to quite easily armor break someone and they would fall into the grenade and freeze again. So you would pretty much get them in the loop again. And I found that it's a lot harder to do that now. Let's see if he's actually set to reversal mode. Alright, so he's set to reversal mode. He's set to quick get up. He's set to all that good stuff. And let's move to the corner here. And I'll show you guys what I mean. So before, the armor breaking is a fast move into a slide, right? And pretty much it was guaranteed that your opponent was going to get refrozen if you broke his armor. Let's actually take him off reversal so I can show you guys what I mean here. So before, you were able to do your hard knockdown into bomb setup, down 3 into slide, and that armor breaks and your opponent would get caught in the grenade. He would freeze in the grenade. And now it's a lot longer of a wait that you have to, you know, you have to delay your armor break setup a lot. And, you know, people are not going to wait to actually let you do that. People are just going to armor as soon as they can. And you have to be ready for that. So you have to do your armor break setup, you know, as fast as you can. Because if not, you know, if you're trying to wait there to refreeze your opponent and get like the perfect setup, you might get caught in their reversal. So as you guys see here, if you do it quickly, they're not going to get frozen. But if you delay it like a lot, then they're going to get frozen. And you're going to be able to go back into your offense. You know what I mean? So let me show you guys right now. You can still armor break in this setup. Let's go to reversal or wake up on. Alright, so you do your regular combo. Bam, call your drone in. And let's see if I could actually get this without having to do it many times. Kung Lao's reversal is actually pretty fucking hard to break, man. Okay. Alright, so as you guys see, man, Kung Lao's Cyclone is a good reversal. That thing is a good reversal. Alright, so as you guys see, you are easily able to still armor break, you know, anyone in the game pretty much that doesn't have an invincible reversal or 2 hits of armor. Gora can still get out of this. So, you know, the only difference is that you're not going to refreeze your opponent for him to get caught in the bomb again. So your pressure is going to end there, or actually your pressure is not going to end there. Your opponent is going to get, you know, launched in the air, but it's not a hard knockdown. As you guys see, the meter burned slide is not a hard knockdown. So you're not going to be able to do a meter burn slide and then get a bomb out before your opponent is actually able to do another reversal. So that's a big difference in my opinion. Like if you actually want to armor break somebody, you cannot go into your offense, you know, all over again. see, you cannot go into your offense over again because you're gonna get frozen, or you're not gonna get frozen unless you're playing, you know, Cyber Sub or something. But you're not going to get a free grenade after your setup, and your opponent is not gonna get frozen after your armor break them. So that's the difference with Cyber Sub-Zero right now. I wish we had like some notes to see what the general changes were other than this string right here, because as you guys see, it takes a lot longer for you to actually get your move out. And let's take him out for reversal here. I've seen enough falling for enough cyclones to you know, keep falling for him. But that's pretty much gonna be it, guys. You know, Sub-Zero's corner game is still there. You just have to maybe give up a little bit of damage to be able to get a free bomb setup. 30% is definitely nothing to, you know, laugh about. 30% into a almost unblockable setup, or into, you know, a grab setup that's going to leave your opponent to get frozen for another 30%. Still very good, man. So Cyber Sub's corner game is still there. You just got to change it up a little bit and sacrifice a little bit of damage. So that's going to be it, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. And let me know what you guys think about this change to Cyber Sub. And I will see you guys next time.